Hello, Guardians. No, that's not how I want to start it. So, I got the book. This came out, and I'm very excited. And it's full of lots of fun recipes. But I've still got tons of my own recipes, and I want to get through some of those first. This book also has a bunch of alcoholic drinks, which means we have free range to do alcohol. That's my takeaway from it. I mean, technically, you can do a version of this without alcohol. It's not that much different. Just don't put in the alcohol. We've hit the Hive, the Cabal, the Vex, and it took me a while to figure out something to do for the Fallen.
It's not meaty.
They're not there. I'm sure there's some meat in there somewhere, but they're like they're space spiders, spider pirates. Not a whole lot on them seems edible, but they've got that ether. Got that funky gas blood, synthetic light maybe thing. I know relatively little about the Fallen. I do have my House Devil's cloak on though, because that felt appropriate. I'm not doing a little spin. Doing a Fallen ether slush today. Let's start with ingredients. Apple and a peach, and you can do apricot as well. These have trace amounts of cyanide, which is the special chemical in spiders' blood that helps them with carrying oxygen. We don't know exactly what the Fallen have in their blood, but kind of spiders, so. Also got some coconut milk, because flavor and that pale white synthetic glow. We've got some hard seltzer to replicate those gas-blooded freaks. Also got some Pussers. As we all know, the Eliksni were a once noble race that fell to piracy and all of that stuff, and what better to mimic that than a good bottle of Nelson's blood. For our lovely pale blue color, we've got this Curacao. She's shrugging at me too, she doesn't know either. This blue stuff, it's for cocktail mixing. It's also alcoholic, so don't drink it straight. Trust me. Start with the part where we cut up our ingredients. Take your apple. This is just the, start of every recipe. You gotta cut everything up. Makes the blender's job a little easier. We're definitely not gonna need all this apple. I missed. I'll just put some of that over there. There's a lot of ingredients, so I'm not going to be able to fit all of the apple in there, so I'm just going to get like maybe a quarter of the apple per serving. This hood is too hot. Oh my god. I'm sure it does wonders in the winters of old Russia, but here it is too hot where we are. I'm busy thinking about the Fallen have some real neat swords. They're not exactly vibroblades, but they've got all sorts of arc power in them. They're pretty neat. I'd love to use one sometime. I've certainly been hit by them enough that I'd love to return the favor. They used to sound different. In the first few months, they had a very lackluster sound. And then one day, I was wandering around Venus, and I got stabbed in the back. And it was loud. It was definitely a different sound than it used to be. Okay, so like the apple, we don't need a whole lot because we've got to leave room for other stuff like ice. Let's put in a little bit more. Don't do that. Alright. We've got that stuff in there. I've never actually made this before. I have no clue if this is going to work out or not. I also can of coconut milk. Coconut milk. We're just gonna.
Confidence.
Confidence. All right.
Confidence is the way.
Yeah. About it. There's no hard science to mixing this stuff. So just sort of coconut milk. Toss in some ice for the for the texture.
It's a frozen cocktail.
Yeah, it's a frozen cocktail. So that's what's going to give it the slush. Seem about right. All right, next up, now that we've got that stuff, we'll our bottle of Admiralty rum.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
Don't need much, just like this is not a shot glass, but about a shot, let's say.
He loves cooking with rum. Sometimes he puts it in the food.
Your blue stuff, you really shouldn't need a whole lot. Just enough to counteract the peaches and give it that pale blue sort of cyan color.
I think I might need a little more.
I might need a little more. Oh yeah, I'm fighting the rum, I just realized. Again, I've never mixed drinks before. This is the first time I've seen this. I'm having a hard time believing that it's real.
How else do you think they make that blue milk in Star Wars? Butterfly pea flowers.
I don't know.
It just comes out of the cow. You know how to mix your own before.
And top that off with the seltzer.
Leave some space for the blending.
Yeah, I know how to do the blending. Sure, that seems about right. I've never blended something carbonated before, so let's see how this comes out. Am I plugged in?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Seems cool. That is exactly the right color. Yeah. This ain't exactly what the servitors will serve. It's not too bad though. Bring up your glasses. Oh.
Did you eat?
It's not. Well, I don't drink. But yeah, no, we've got that lovely pale blue color, like what comes out of a spider, and it's got just enough of that airy. Sorry, I forgot to hand it to you.
Ugh. It's not bad.
Not bad. For
Oh, the peach comes. The peach hits you later.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
If you don't want it to be alcoholic, then you can substitute the hard seltzer for regular seltzer, and I guess blue food coloring instead of the stuff that I can't pronounce. I wouldn't recommend shotgunning a drag out on patrol, but this is not too shabby, and it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, it's got some texture to it. I'm a fan of the color, honestly, and the texture. It's got just, between the fruit and the ice and the seltzer, it's got just enough physical texture while also being airy. Neat stuff. Save yourself a trip to the... Save yourself a... No, it's not bad. I'm...
The ether got you.
The taste doesn't leave your mouth.
But the peaches linger.
Yeah, well, it's the peach and the rum.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's kind of tropical in a very space way. Save yourself a trip to the Tangled Shore. And just whip up one of these at home. Yeah.